Hey everyone, this is Murthy from Manifold AI Learning. Now welcome to our deep learning video series. Now as we continue in our learning journey of deep learning, now this tutorial video series is about object detection. Let's see what are we going to cover in this topic of object detection in this video series. Now as you know, object detection is one of the important topic when it comes to computer vision, and most of the students struggle in this topic. Hence, we have decided to create this course which will be helpful for everyone. So this course will be hosted on our YouTube channel, and the agenda of this course is something like this. See, you'll start your learning journey by understanding this object detection. And once you understand this concept of object detection, you are going to look into an implementation of object detection from scratch. Yes, you heard me right. So we are going to implement it from scratch by writing our code. And as we progress, we are going to learn about RCNN, fast RCNN, faster RCNN, mask RCNN, and along with other important object detection algorithms. And as we progress at the end, we are going to explore about YOLO, and then we are going to summarize about our learning of this particular course. Now, as you can clearly see, this is an advanced course. Now, in order to follow along easily, there are some prerequisites. Now, these prerequisites are pretty simple, team. So one important prerequisite is you need to be aware of Python, because throughout the course, I'll be making use of Python as a programming language when I'm writing the code inside my TensorFlow framework. So in order to follow along with me effectively, please make sure that you have a knowledge on data science libraries that includes NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. And along with that, you also require to know the basics of machine learning. And obviously, knowledge of deep learning and the experience in creating the neural networks with TensorFlow. And you also need to have the experience with convolutional neural network. Now, I know this sounds too much of prerequisites, but don't worry, we have all the resources covered in our YouTube channel. If you're new to us, just check out the description. I have pasted the links of all the courses that we have in our channel. You can just complete those prerequisites and you can follow along with us. And this video series will be released every week. That means every week I'll be uploading a video on this video series so that you'll have enough time to catch up with the prerequisites. So first and foremost, Python. So we have a Python video tutorial with us. So please check out that. And for the data science libraries, NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib, we already have a crash course in our YouTube channel. And for the basics of machine learning, we already have a book series running. So if you just follow along with us, that will be more than sufficient. And for understanding about deep learning, we have completed in depth. There are around close to 32 plus classes for the deep learning video series. So feel free to check out that. So if you complete that 32 videos, you'll be good for these three topics. That is knowledge of deep learning, experience in working with TensorFlow, and also hands-on experience with convolutional neural network. Okay, so with the prerequisites covered, let's start with the introduction to object detection. Now, the first question that comes to our mind is, what is this object detection and why is it important to us? Well, this object detection is a general term that we actually use to describe the objects that are present in my given digital image. So till now, we have been doing the task of classification. Now, when I say classification, I was getting an input and I was telling us what is present in that particular image. And most importantly, I was able to detect a single object. So if I send any input which has a single object, I was able to classify what is present in that image. But in case of real life, that's not the scenario, isn't it? So that means classification is not the only task when it comes to computer vision. So we have various tasks as well. Now, the next slide talks about the various tasks that we have inside this topic of computer vision. So one, you know already, that is the classification, where given an input, I'm going to classify as which class it would belong to. So given this image, I'm going to tell us what is present in this given image. Now, this is for a single image with single object. Now, if I add a localization part, that means if I say, okay, this image contains my cat, and along with this, if I'm able to draw a bounding box on top of it, so we are going to say that This is a task where I'm performing classification as well as localization. Now the reason that I'm going to say it as localization, because here not only I'm classifying my given image, but I'm also saying it as where exactly that is present. See, I've drawn a bounding box on top of my cat to tell us where exactly this given image is present. So this is a combination of classification as well as regression. So this localization task that you're seeing over here, so this is a task of regression. So if I have a single object and I'm performing classification as well as drawing a bounding box, then I'm going to say that as this is a task where it includes classification and localization. And this we actually call it as object detection for a single object in a given image. Now object detection in general, it would mean my image will have multiple classes. Okay, that means my image will have the objects belonging to multiple classes, or at least I'll have multiple objects in the image. It can belong to the same class or it can belong to the different classes. And the main important thing about this object detection is, along with saying what is present in my given image, I'm also going to draw a bounding box. See, in this example, so there are 3 objects that are present: cat, dog and duck. And along with saying what is present in this given image, I'm also drawing a bounding box to tell us where exactly this given image is present. Now, as we proceed further, there is another type of task that is called as instance segmentation. Here, we are going to go at a pixel level. Now, at a pixel level, I'm going to tell us, okay, this pixel will belong to this class. So that is what it is called as instance segmentation or image segmentation. So when I talk about computer vision task as a whole, we basically have 3 important tasks: classification, object detection and image segmentation. Now, if you're someone who is interested in joining the field of computer vision, I highly recommend you to look into the implementation of these tasks: classification, object detection and image segmentation. Okay, congratulations guys, you have now taken your first step. So you're now aware of the difference between classifier and an object detector. And along with that, you also know about the various computer vision tasks that you can perform. Now, as we progress along in our learning journey, where and all possible, I'm going to show you the hands-on implementation from scratch for various tasks. If the hands-on implementation is not possible, we'll look at the best ways so that you can build the intuition along with the implementation. So that's the main motto of creation of this video series. Now, if you're new to our channel, please consider subscribing, and I look forward to seeing you next week with this video tutorial. And if you're someone who is fresher in data science, do check out the links in description where we have given the link for our YouTube playlist. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time.